Alright guys, hey, it's me. I'm back with another one, and this time we're doing questions. I asked you guys to ask me all the questions that you wanted to ask about traveling, solo traveling, anything that you wanted to know or that was pressing your brain, and guess what? I wrote them down and we're going to get into it right now. I'm going to answer all the questions that you guys asked me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all over, even on YouTube. So let's just get straight into it. The number one question that you guys were asking me was, how am I able to travel so much? This is a really easy answer. It's because I prioritized it. What I do is, starting in January of every year, I know I'm going to go somewhere, I know I'm going to do something, so I start saving. I put a little aside here, put a little aside there. My whole entire tax return goes into my travel fund. I don't spend a dime of it because I know at the end of the year I know what I want to do. When I get a bonus at work, I put it into my travel fund. I know what I want to do. Instead of buying new sneaks or going out to eat, I'll stay home and I'll put maybe 20 bucks aside or whatever. So I know when it's time to find those travel deals or when it's time to book that hotel, I can just click, press the button, bought, it's done, no problem, and I have spending money left over because I started saving at the beginning of the year. That was a really easy one. The next question I got asked was, how is it traveling alone and why do I solo travel? I answered why do I solo travel in another video that I had. I'm going to link it up here in the description so you can watch that too. But the short answer is, I was waiting for somebody and they backed out, so I ended up sitting home and I didn't want to do that. So I just went out and did it myself. I stopped waiting for people and it's been the greatest decision I ever made. So how is it traveling alone? Yeah, I know people ask me all the time, isn't it boring? What do you do by yourself? I'm like, what do you think you do? You go out, you have fun. I mean, you go out, you see things, you bump into people, you see people in the street and you laugh and joke, and it's easy. I mean, you really just got to put yourself out there. It's not as bad as you think it might be. Let's see, the next question I got asked was, what is my favorite place that I've ever been to? That's really hard. It's funny because all the places I've been to are literally different. It's hard to compare with Brazil with like Africa or Thailand with Singapore. I mean, they offer different things. Now, what I would say is that I do have some favorite places that I would like to live if I ever decided to leave the United States. And my favorite place I would probably like to live is probably Brazil or Rio, Cape Town, South Africa, Tokyo, Japan, and most recently Canggu in Bali. You gotta watch that video that I have. Again, I'm gonna link it in the description up here so you guys can take a look at that. Yeah, those are literally like my favorite places right now where I really could just pack up and go and I wouldn't have a care in the world. I love all of them equally for different reasons. Let's see, my next question is, where should I go for my next trip? That's kind of hard to answer. It's really dependent on you. What I've learned is that it's two types of places in the world. It's you're going for beach and like water sports activities, or you're going in the city to see the sights. There's really nothing else out there. So you gotta decide, are you like a history buff? You want to see the museums? You want to go see the sights? You want to go see the pyramids of Egypt or the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Okay, so you're going to lean more towards the sights aspect of it. Or you one of those people that you just want to relax, you want to go to Bora Bora or Maldives or someplace like that and just sit on the beach, maybe do some jet skiing, relax, that type of thing. Well, then you need to look towards those types of places. And once you decide which one you want to see more, you can kind of get more specific in there. I'm one of those people that I really could do either or. I like both, and there's not really too many places where you can get both the sights and the beach at the same time. I mean, there's some, don't get me wrong, but you kind of got to decide which one you like. Or you can do like I do sometimes, and you can make multiple stops in one trip. So you can go see the sights here and then bounce around and go see the beach right afterwards. That's probably the best thing that you probably should do. The next question I got was, how do I deal with the language barrier in different places? This is easy. It's always, you just got to be confident in yourself. 9 times out of 10, the places that you go, you're going to find somebody that speaks English. That's number one. And number two, when you don't find people that speak English, you know how to communicate with people. You know how to, point and say, give me number one or give me number two. That's kind of universal around the world, 1 and 2. Or even say go to the bathroom. You can kind of imagine how you would act that out so somebody else would understand what you mean. Even if you go into a restaurant and you want to get something to eat, you don't speak the language there. It's just as simple as, you take a look at the menu and say, I want this. And, waiters or people there, they kind of know, they get the sense that you're not from there, so you kind of speaking as best you possibly can. Or you can go the route that sometimes that I go is when I go different places that I don't speak their language. I'll watch YouTube or I'll get on Google or something and try to take like a few minutes to learn some basic phrases. Hi, how are you? Thank you. That's a big one. Where's the bathroom? Simple things like that can initiate just some pleasantness, some small conversation that can help you out along your day. It's really, really easy. You just got to be confident in yourself and always keep a map on your phone. Always keep a map on you, period, even if it's a hard copy. Just smart things that you can think of that you can get around in a place where people don't speak the same language as you. So my next question is, somebody was asking, I want to solo travel, but they're nervous about making friends. It's something I struggle with. Help. Okay, this is pretty easy. So for me, I'm not necessarily the person that goes up to people and just say, hi, you want to be friends? No. The way it usually happens for me is I'm out someplace, I'm seeing the sights, or I'm on the beach, or I'm doing whatever, and I bump into people, and we see something funny, and we lock eyes, and it just sparks a little conversation. I can remember when I was in Cape Town in South Africa, I was at a restaurant and I was sitting by myself, and I saw some other folks that clearly weren't from there. They were from America, and I went up to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, I waved hi to them, and they said, hey, come on over. And I actually went over there to go sit and eat with them, and that turned out to be one of the best nights ever. We talked, we ate dinner, we went out to the club, the whole 9 yards. It was just really just being open and being able to talk to people and have a nice smile, say hi, that type of thing. Same thing happened with me when I was in Istanbul. I was on a plane, I got off, and I literally accidentally bumped into somebody. And, I said, sorry, I apologize, and, got to talking, jumped into a conversation, and next thing you know, we were out there eating dinner together and just having fun. I mean, it happens all the time. You bump into somebody, or even somebody that's from that country, you can say, hey, do you know how much this is in the store? And, a simple conversation can lead into something else. It's really, really easy. It's not a thing about being shy. It's just putting yourself out there. You just got to go places, go see things, and I promise you, you will even accidentally bump into somebody that's American, or even people in the country that are super, super friendly. We are more terrified here than people over there. It's literally nothing you have to do. Really just get out there and you will bump into somebody and just be able to talk with them. It's really, really easy. So the next question I have is, how do I take how do I take all these amazing photos and videos when I'm out by myself? Okay, it's the same way how I'm shooting this video. My camera's up on a stand and it's on a timer. I go places and sometimes I know I look crazy out there, but I put my camera up on a timer and take it. Same thing with my phone. I might set my phone up somewhere and I might take it. Or in places where people are friendly and people are engaging, I might ask a stranger to take it for me. And sometimes I'm a little wary about stepping back and leaving somebody with my camera or leaving somebody with my phone. But sometimes you just got to take that risk. Like I said before, people are like really, really friendly when you go outside of the United States. It's not like here where everybody's uptight and that type of thing. I haven't really ever been in a situation where somebody tried to take something from me, take my phone, take my camera, take my GoPro, anything. I've never ever been in that situation, and hopefully I never will be. You just got to be wary. Use your common sense. If you're from a big city, you already have that common sense inside of you. Always keep your eyes open, pay attention, and you can probably pick out the people that it wouldn't be a good idea to give your camera to, if you know what I mean. So just be wary, keep your eyes open, and most of the time you can do it yourself. You can buy a little tripod from Walmart or something, $20. Get you the best photos ever. You can put your phone up on a tripod and stick it up on a table and put it on the timer for 10 seconds. Now you got the picture that you wanted with no help at all. That was pretty easy. So my next question here on my list is, do I get lonely? Okay. Not gonna lie, yes, sometimes it's lonely, but like I said before, the majority of the time I'm already getting out there, or I might come back to my room and I'm planning on the next thing that I want to do, the next time that I want to get out there. Even when I go to dinner or something like that and I'm sitting by myself, yeah, it would be nice for somebody to sit and talk to, chit chat with, but it's really not that bad, I promise you. Like I said, I bumped into somebody in South Africa, sitting by myself. So, yeah, it does get lonely at times, but the majority of the time, it's really not. I'm usually never by myself unless I'm, obviously in my own hotel room, sleeping or something like that. But I'm always meeting people, always bumping into people, making new friends, going out to dinner with them, going out to the club with them, whatever it is. It hasn't failed me yet. I'm always bumping into somebody, not even intentionally, just by accident. So to answer the question, do I get lonely? Yeah, sometimes, but not as much as you think. Trust me, it's really not that bad for solo travelers. And my last question that I got is, how do I know where to go? So that is kind of an easy question. What I've been doing these last couple of years is watching TV, watching YouTube, Instagram. If I see something on TV that I like, well, guess what? I jump on Google and check it out. And so sometimes I say, yeah, I want to go there. Yeah, it has some places I want to see, or no, this is not some places that I want to see right now. Maybe in the future or something like that. Same thing, Facebook, Instagram. Usually what people do is they'll tag the location of where you're at or where they're at, and you can click on it. Again, even if you can't click on it, you can kind of deduce maybe where they're at, get some clues in the captions that they have or something like that. Google is your best friend, and YouTube is your best friend. if you find a location that you're probably interested in, I guarantee you somebody has been there before. Type that name in the search bar in YouTube, you can, bam, it's right there. You'll have 100 lists of people that have been there before you. You can kind of get an idea of what's there, what it looks like, other people's reviews, that type of thing. TripAdvisor has a lot of good information on places, activities, hotels, and they actually give you the real reviews of people, not just the fake reviews that the hotels put up. Oh, this is the greatest place ever. No, sometimes on TripAdvisor, you'll find that people that stayed there says, hey, this hotel stinks, or don't take this travel agent. So I use that a lot too. How do I find these places? Like I said, just throughout the year, I really won't have a place in mind, but throughout the time before I actually plan where I'm going to go, like I said, I'll be watching TV or watching YouTube, and something will just pique my interest, and I'll get on the computer and I'll do exactly what I just told you guys. I'll Google everything, and I pretty much find what I want. So this is just a quick little video answering you guys' questions. If you have more questions, obviously, hit me on Instagram, hit me on Facebook, type your comments in the description below on YouTube, and I promise I will get back to you. If you guys like this content, if you guys want to see more, please like, share, subscribe. All of that helps me. I'm trying to grow, actually make something out of this and go more places. This is just what I like to do. So check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Hey, see you guys next time. Hope this helped you.